Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll post a video when I get up in the air, hopefully this weekend, if the weather just cooperates a little bit. It should be nice. Thanks a lot.
My first flight with the Maverick was pretty brief. I flew with Mike, and he also has a Maverick. Rather gusty conditions, quite bumpy on top. Also, our harnesses weren't exactly perfect. I did a hang check, it seemed okay, still a little too upright. So, based on all the conditions, we can only go up for about 30 minutes per flight, probably letting it cool off for about 30 minutes. I don't know exactly what the cool off period would be, but by the time we got down, we said, okay, this is a great first flight, but the conditions aren't great. We're getting bumped around. So we just kind of left it at that. My first impressions were really nice, very easy to maneuver. Love the Spyder, been kiting that more and more. The Maverick started up just great. First pull up with the Atom 80, very easy to get into the seat. Though I must admit, after 4 months or so, I'm not quite up to my cat-like grace yet, but really nice first flight.
So we're going to do a little kiting. You can see the wind there, not bad. A little gust now and then. I've got the Ozone Spyder 24. I got my handy dandy kiting harness that I've had for like 5 years. It's what I first started out with. So let's just see how it feels. Not as thermally today as the last time we were here, so I think it's going to be pretty good. A lot of stickers around here. It really can catch things. I have sheathed line, so not as bad, but man, it really wants to catch everything, so I want to be real careful. Spyder is a lightweight wing, and it could be damaged much easier than some other wings. Definitely don't want to drag it over this. Try to pick a spot is not too bad. I think there is one. A little gust. Yeah, it's still a little gusty. Got a little cycle coming through, just as I said there wasn't as much today. Well, now it's nice. I just hit a cycle. And now it's really nice. I could take off in this. I'd probably hit some bump up there. I would practice my reverses, but I don't want to put the wing back on the ground. It just gets all snarly. And well, it's Lou.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
So we're calling about Callie's BG was 278.
Okay. Why don't you hold off on any insulin? Yeah, if you didn't.
The conditions today were much nicer. Some gusts now and then, but not nearly as much thermal activity, and it started to calm down really nicely. Mike joined me again, and as I mentioned earlier, he does have a Maverick 80. He also is going through the break-in period just like me, so we're kind of on the same schedule. And he has a Spyder. We really didn't plan it that way, but it's a nice coincidence nonetheless. Another really easy day to do reverse launches, and To be honest, at this site, we rarely get a nil-wind day. I'd really like to do some forward launches, but we always seem to have too much wind. Nice problem to have, I guess, sometimes. But I was able to hold it up pretty steady overhead, turn around, and this time the takeoff even felt a lot smoother for me, even just after that one flight a few days before. During the first 5 hours and breaking in the engine, you don't want to have it on any 1 RPM for any great length of time. Certainly don't want to be climbing a lot. So we did our initial climb. I would then ease off the throttle a bit, do a little bit more of a gentle to moderate climb, ease off a little bit, just getting used to the wing also. And I did adjust my harness and it felt a lot better. I think perhaps the reason the harness didn't quite fit according to the guide is that perhaps it was made for a Moster engine, which is a lot heavier. So the Atom 80 being lighter, really had to move that hang point much further forward than what they kind of give as guidelines. But I've got plenty of room to move it even further forward if I want to, but I think this works really well. I also like flying with a foot stirrup. I did place that on. I had that from the mini plane. The foot stirrup also helps me get into the seat better, though I must say with this harness, it's really easy to get into the seat, so it's really not an issue, but helps a little bit. I also turned off the engine for a bit, flew around, just paragliding at this point, and just really hoped that it would start up again. Again, no reason why it shouldn't. And it did. So I'm starting to get a lot more relaxed in the paramotor again. It's been a little while, but really fun to be back up in the air. And again, this was a very nice day to be flying. Mike was with me. It's always great to be flying with somebody, both just as a friendly face and as well as a safety factor. I have been known to have engine outs, and I've really been fortunate to have a friend flying with me to come bail me out. I'm hoping that's not going to happen, but I must say I was a little bit more alert to landing areas than perhaps I had been before my last paramotor. I must say also that no problems. The Atom 80 just did absolutely wonderfully.
That was right at like 31 minutes.
What's that?
30. That was right at 30 minutes.
I think so.
A little over. That was good.
So after 2 flights totaling less than an hour, I must say that the Parajet Maverick Atom 80 is great. Everything I was hoping it would be. Very easy to maneuver, easy to get in and out of the seat. Just love it so far. Looking forward to many more flights, and I'll send along a few videos. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching them. And yes, my fuel tank really did get this low. I knew it was low, but I was well within gliding distance and easy approach to landing, even if I did run out of gas. That's definitely good to the last drop.